Welcome back to our channel where we share updates and untold stories about. When 1,000 Pound Sisters first aired on TLC in January 2020, audiences didn't quite know what to expect. The premise sounded shocking: two Kentucky-born sisters whose combined weight was over 1,000 pounds, sharing their struggles with food addiction, health issues, and dreams of weight loss surgery. But what viewers discovered was more than just numbers on a scale. Tammy and Amy Slayton's story became one of raw honesty, family drama, tearful breakdowns, hilarious sibling banter, and a powerful display of resilience that kept fans coming back season after season. At its core, 1,000 Pound Sisters is not only a reality show about weight loss. It's about family, survival, and transformation under pressure. Each season uncovers layers of the sisters' lives, their upbringing in rural Kentucky, their battles with food, complicated relationships, and their often bumpy paths toward independence and self-love. The beginning. Two sisters, one struggle. Tammy and Amy grew up in Dixon, Kentucky, in a family where money was scarce and food became comfort. From a young age, the sisters used eating as a coping mechanism for loneliness, bullying, and a lack of emotional support. Over time, what began as small indulgences spiraled into full-blown food addiction. By the time TLC cameras entered their lives, Amy weighed around 400 pounds and Tammy weighed over 600. Everyday tasks, showering, walking, shopping, were monumental challenges. Yet their sense of humor and sibling banter immediately captured the hearts of viewers. Amy often played the role of caretaker, while Tammy carried visible pain and frustration, both physical and emotional. The pilot season introduced a central tension. Amy desperately wanted to qualify for gastric bypass surgery so she could one day become a mother. Tammy, though also interested in surgery, faced far greater health risks and often struggled with denial about her situation. The world watched as the sisters took their first steps, quite literally, toward reclaiming their lives. Amy's journey, motherhood and change. Amy Slayton, the younger sister, was often described as the heart of the show. Her bubbly personality and determination to have a family drove much of the early narrative. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. In Season 1, Amy surprised fans with her weight loss dedication. After shedding enough pounds to qualify for surgery, she underwent gastric bypass in 2019. The results were dramatic. Within months, Amy had lost over 100 pounds, enough to drastically improve her mobility and overall health. Her dream of motherhood soon followed. Despite warnings from doctors that pregnancy so soon after surgery could be risky, Amy became pregnant with her first child, Gage, in 2020. This was a bittersweet victory, proof of her progress, but also a reminder of how high the stakes were. Later seasons followed Amy's life as a young mother, juggling the chaos of raising children while still struggling with old habits. She eventually welcomed a second son, Glenn, solidifying her role as the family-oriented sister. Fans often applauded Amy's progress, but worried about whether she could maintain her health while raising two energetic boys. Tammy's journey, struggles, setbacks, and triumph. If Amy was the heart of the show, Tammy became its emotional storm. Her journey was filled with extreme highs and devastating lows, making her one of the most polarizing figures in reality TV. Tammy's early seasons showed her resistance to medical advice and her battles with anger, depression, and denial. Unlike Amy, Tammy struggled to lose enough weight to qualify for surgery. Viewers watched her cycle through progress and backsliding, hospitalizations, and tearful confrontations with family members who begged her to take her health seriously. By Season 3, Tammy's health took a terrifying turn. She was placed on life support after a major health crisis, and fans feared she wouldn't survive. The moment became a wake-up call for Tammy, her family, and the viewers who had grown attached to her. Against the odds, Tammy entered rehab, where she began to lose weight steadily. Season 4 revealed her dramatic transformation. She had lost enough weight to finally qualify for bariatric surgery. For longtime fans, it was a moment of pure triumph. By 2023, Tammy had lost over 400 pounds. She stunned the internet with photos and videos showing her new appearance, walking independently, breathing without oxygen, and radiating confidence many never thought possible. For someone once written off by critics as too far gone, Tammy's recovery became one of reality TV's most inspiring redemption arcs. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The supporting cast, family drama unfolds. While Tammy and Amy are the stars, 1,000 Pound Sisters wouldn't be the same without the colorful supporting cast of Slayton family members. Chris Combs, the sisters' half-brother, quickly became a fan favorite. His witty one-liners and genuine support for his sisters balanced out the heavier storylines. Chris also battled his own weight issues, eventually undergoing weight loss surgery himself. His journey mirrored the sisters, but with more consistency, earning him respect from fans. Amanda Halterman, another sibling, joined later seasons. Known for her fiery personality, she wasn't afraid to challenge Tammy when she backslid. Fans loved her tough love approach, though her blunt honesty sometimes sparked conflict. Michael Halterman, Amy's now ex-husband, was a quieter presence. Often seen caring for their kids, he provided stability in Amy's early storylines. However, their marriage eventually crumbled, leading to divorce drama that spilled into the show. Together, the family dynamic added depth to the series. Tammy's TikToks, especially after her weight loss, went viral as fans celebrated her glow-up. She's also used social media to clap back at silly rumors, proving she can handle internet trolls with sass. The sisters' fame has also opened doors to brand collaborations, interviews, and public appearances. Yet fame hasn't come without downsides: online criticism, tabloid gossip, and the pressure of constant public scrutiny. What's next for 1,000 Pound Sisters? As of 2025, fans eagerly await updates on new seasons. The storyline possibilities remain endless. Amy navigating single motherhood after divorce. Tammy adjusting to life post-surgery and possibly exploring skin removal procedures. Chris and Amanda continuing their own health journeys. The family facing new challenges, from relationships to finances. TLC has a history of extending reality shows that strike a cultural chord, and 1,000 Pound Sisters shows no sign of slowing down. Why the show matters. At first glance, 1,000 Pound Sisters might look like just another reality series built on shock and spectacle. But for many fans, it's become something much more, a story of survival, sisterhood, and second chances. Tammy and Amy Slayton represent two sides of the same coin, one sister chasing her dreams of motherhood, the other clawing her way back from the brink of death. Their journeys, though messy and imperfect, reflect the reality that change is possible, but rarely linear. By sharing their struggles so openly, the sisters have helped reduce stigma around obesity, mental health, and food addiction. They've shown that transformation doesn't always look glamorous, and that even small victories deserve celebration. Conclusion. 1,000 Pound Sisters began as a show about two women whose combined weight shocked the world. But it grew into something far more powerful, a story about resilience, humor, and family bonds. Tammy and Amy Slayton, once defined by their numbers on a scale, are now celebrated for their humanity, vulnerability, and ability to inspire millions. As the seasons continue, fans remain glued to their screens not just to see how much weight is lost, but to witness how much life is gained. Because in the end, 1,000 Pound Sisters isn't really about pounds at all. It's about people flawed, funny, and fiercely determined to keep moving forward. Subscribe the channel to get such videos. From road trips to rehab visits, cookouts to screaming matches, their interactions felt both relatable and raw. Why the show resonates, more than just numbers. Reality TV often thrives on shock value, and some critics initially dismissed 1,000 Pound Sisters as another exploitative weight loss show. But its longevity and devoted fanbase prove there's something deeper at work. At its core, the show is about vulnerability. Viewers don't just see weigh-ins and doctor's appointments. They see the sisters cry, laugh, argue, and fail. They watch as they battle toxic relationships, mental health struggles, and public scrutiny. This rawness sets the show apart from polished makeover series. Humor also plays a big role. Tammy and Amy's Southern charm, goofy jokes, and sibling banter make even the toughest scenes bearable. Who could forget the infamous barking at a goat moment or their misadventures in makeup tutorials? Fans often say they feel like they're watching their own family. Imperfect, messy, but full of love. Finally, the show resonates because it highlights issues many people face: food addiction, body image, and the challenges of breaking generational cycles. While not everyone can relate to weighing 600 pounds, many understand what it means to use food for comfort or to struggle with self-control. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Criticisms and controversies. Of course, no reality show escapes criticism. Some argue that 1,000-pound Sisters occasionally leans too heavily on dramatic editing, portraying Tammy as a villain early on. Others question whether the show encourages unhealthy behavior by rewarding backsliding with more airtime. Tammy herself has spoken out about the pressure of being on TV. At times, she admitted feeling like producers pushed her into uncomfortable situations. Fans have also criticized the show's handling of sensitive topics, like Tammy's relationships with controversial partners. Still, despite the controversies, the series has managed to grow stronger, in part because fans remain deeply invested in the sisters' real lives outside the cameras. Life beyond the show, social media, and fame. Both Tammy and Amy built large followings on platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Their social media presence often blurs the line between reality TV and real life. Amy's channels often feature her kids, crafts, and funny skits. Fans appreciate her down-to-earth nature.